Welcome back to the New Music Alliance Radio Hour. I'm Violet Hausthor, joined this week by Camille. You just heard What Will Become of Us by The Third Entity, and before that, Burn It Down by Boy Harsher. And starting off that block, As of Yet by Falconeer.
I love that we're starting with As of Yet. You got these like just crazy 80s synth vibe before we drop down into the goths.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun and funky. Falconeer from New Haven, Connecticut. She does a lot of really cool stuff, sort of blending over-the-top synth pop from like those classic 80s sounds with, apparently she also uses modified video game consoles to make a sound that is influenced by stuff like Kraftwerk and LCD Sound System. It's just good. I could say all those words all I want, but it's just really good.
Yeah, I mean, the production and, just the quality of the finished product speak for themselves in this case. Like, it's a bop.
Yeah, it's fun. I am always a bit of a sucker for that classic 80s synth pop sound. It is one of my favorites. And the album, Deja Reeve, that this song was off of, was voted one of the top 20 albums of 2021 by the Hartford Courant. So very well recognized. And she's still playing out as well. Really cool stuff. Then, of course, Boy Harsher. They're currently based out of Northampton, Massachusetts, though they're originally from Georgia.
What a good track. And so cool that they got a track on the new Halloween movie. I mean, that's a really big feature.
Yeah, it's a huge feature. And they actually got this track featured on it. So like they got a call from the music supervisor of the movie. And they listened to the Boy Harsher's music and said, hey, let's do something with this. And they just sort of flew over to New York, met the team, started working on tracks. It was kind of incredible. Their other songs tend to be a lot more danceable, I think, but I adore them. This isn't even their first time working on film, though. They've done film scores for The Runner, and they're also in the middle of a world tour. Busy band.
Yeah, and it's crazy. I live like right outside of Northampton, and I did not know that this band was from Northampton until today. That's crazy. I've been listening to them since college. Just such a good, dark but danceable vibes. You're right to use the word danceable.
And this track in particular is really interesting. There's a lot more ambient, sort of dark ambient. I'm into it.
And then we have just an absolute out of left field track. What Will Become of Us by The Third Entity. You were saying you saw this live?
Yes, I did actually. Third Entity from Northampton, Massachusetts. I got the chance to see The Third Entity live, and I absolutely fell in love with this track from the moment I heard it. I was like, oh, this is exactly what I want to hear. Just super awesome solo work with a really cool hyperpop sound.
Yeah, this was crazy cool to listen to. Really, it's got we're heading into the spookiest month. It feels right, and when I listened to it, I had to learn more. So I looked at the project, the album that this is from, called The Keening Sessions, and I learned that the artist is actually getting in touch with an ancient practice of keening, which is like crying out during mourning. That the concept there is just so interesting in the way that it meshes with like this hyper pop sound, harsh sounds, like kind of like Nine Inch Nails industrial on the bridge there.
And those hyper pop breakdowns that just sort of remind me of artists like Sophie or 100 Gex. It's just, it is a lot. There is a lot going on here. And the Keening Sessions actually just released last week properly. So it's fun. It's fun. It's mildly depressing. What more could I want? Well, thanks for visiting with us. We hope you enjoyed some great original music from West New England artists. I'm Violet Hausthor, here this week with Camille. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
The New Music Alliance Radio Hour is brought to you by the New Music Alliance, a 501c3 nonprofit whose mission is to assist and advance the careers of talented, creative local musicians who write original music and promote the extended West New England area as a destination for original music writing, production, and performances. If you like what we're doing here on the show, tell your friends about it, and like the New Music Alliance and the Radio Hour on our Facebook pages. And don't forget to check out our website, newmusicalliance.org, where you'll find the extraordinary Essential West New England Songbook, a listenable anthology of the many of the best songs ever written by artists from West New England. And while you're there, if you support the New Music Alliance's mission, we appreciate you making a donation or becoming a member or a sponsor. If you're a local West New England musician who'd like to have your original music considered to be on our show, send links to your songs to newmusicalliance@gmail.com. Join us next week for more great tunes from West New England artists. And as always, until next week, please stay safe and keep
on rockin'.
Yeah. Let's have Shaw's and Khalif Neville take us out today with African Eyes.